In October, Mobile put a new litter law into effect, promising big fines if you toss your trash where it's not supposed to be.
But what about the ads? Some people consider trash tossed into your yard each week. Is it littering? It's a question you want answered.
Darwin Singleton investigates in tonight's Local 15 reality check.
They come dressed in pink and green and arrive every week like clockwork at thousands of homes in Mobile and surrounding communities. They are those sales circulars. And many of you say they arrive every week, whether you want them or not. I just finished my lunch. Now I'll throw all the empties in this green bag and throw it on your lawn.
Oh, that's terrible. Sure.
It's wrong.
Very wrong.
And he's right. That's littering, and that can net me a hefty fine under the City of Mobile's new litter law. But what if that same bag were stuffed with these sales circulars? And what if that bag of circulars was thrown into your yard even though you never asked for it?
Same thing. Not a bit of difference.
It happens in Mobile and surrounding cities every week, sometimes twice a week. They're tossed under the names Bargain Finder and YES, and they're a product of the Mobile Press Register. Some of you, like Mobile resident Jethro Thomas, welcome the pink and green plastic bags, eager to take advantage of the bargains inside.
Look at the ads to check the stores out and stuff like that.
Look for bargains?
Yeah.
But Midtown resident and avid walker Ashton Brock sees no treasure here, just trash.
And I've almost broke my neck slipping on them. I canceled the paper. I've asked them to stop throwing the ads. I'm sure they keep coming. I can't seem to reach anybody.
It's a frustration shared by many, as I discovered when I mentioned these deliveries on my Facebook page. The comments poured in, all but one negative. It gets old, and I think it should be illegal for them to do that, said a poster named Glenn. Throwing a paper is one thing, but throwing junk in my yard is another. It's an eyesore in our West Mobile neighborhood as well, said Linda, and it needs to stop. I pick them up and throw them in the can before coming into the house, responded Suzanne. But not everyone picks them up, and that's gotten the attention of people at this address, City Hall.
I noticed these bargain finders sitting in yards, not being picked up.
District 5 City Councilman Joel Daves has been a leader in the battle against litter in Mobile.
I've received a number of comments from constituents saying, look, I'm getting this thing, I don't want it, I call the paper, they won't stop it, or they stop it for a while and then it comes back. Can you do anything?
Dave says the problem is even worse when it comes to some houses where no one lives, and they pile up in the grass, on the sidewalk, and sometimes in the street, where they create another problem.
They were not only littering the city, but contributing to the stormwater cleanup issues that the city already has.
Daves is talking about the city's ongoing battle to keep litter out of the city's stormwater drains that empty into nearby creeks and rivers and eventually into Mobile Bay. The effort to meet state and federal environmental mandates helped drive the council to beef up the city's litter law and its fines, $250 plus court costs per litter citation. It applies to residents, but does it apply to this? And can residents just say no?
They don't want to get fined themselves. They didn't put it there.
It's an idea the city has presented to the Press Register's legal advisors.
How about if instead of having an opt-out, we had an opt-in? And they said they're not required to do that. Their First Amendment rights are such that they're not required to do that. They have the right to throw that in your yard.
They told you that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a common claim, so much so that many other cities have come up with methods their citizens can use to bar circulars from their yards and driveways. For instance, Philadelphia offers decals residents can display at their homes stating circulars are not wanted. In New York City, the problem has become so bad the city is providing this sample sign residents can download, print, and post. According to the New York Times, advertisers who violate that law face fines from $250 to $1,000. Here in Mobile, there is a phone number to call to opt out of such deliveries, but...
On my house, I have called several times, about 5 or 6 times.
And still, says Brock and many others, the papers keep coming.
I think the dialogue has been pretty clear, and there'll be follow-up dialogue. We'll get to a solution. We have to. Too many complaints out there.
So what does the Press Register have to say about the city's stance concerning these circulars? Well, I called the local offices of the Press Register as listed online and got a variety of results. Some of my calls were met with recordings, disconnections, or some honestly very pleasant people who said they'd find someone to get back to me. That hasn't happened. I called the company's headquarters in Birmingham where I was disconnected. Then last Friday, I emailed the company's president, but have yet to get a response. There is a phone number you can call to request circulars be stopped at your house. You can try it. It's 251-219-5343. But if you look forward to the sales circulars and the bargains inside, do nothing. It's more than likely they'll keep coming.